Hi, Melany. How are you? Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us today.
Hi, Lakshya, I'm good. Happy to be here.
And thank you. It's nice of you to share your experience and journey with others.
Yeah, always happy to help.
Thank you. Let's start with a little bit about your background. If you can just tell us a little bit about your background, your work experience, your profile, that would help.
Yeah, so I'm a bachelor's of pharmacy graduate. I graduated in 2021, and in terms of my experience, I started my career in insurance as an underwriter for a year. Then I kind of wanted to pivot into core healthcare space. So that's when I made the transition of joining a healthcare communication startup
Mhm.
in Mumbai, where I worked in the project management team and kind of looked after all of the marketing campaigns of top pharma clients based in India and abroad. And after having worked there for almost a year and a half, I kind of pivoted into core marketing, and that is where I currently work. So at Novatech CRO, which is a clinical research organization based in Australia, I look after all the digital marketing initiatives of stakeholders from all over the world. So yeah, it's to sum up, it's almost 4 years of experience into healthcare.
Nice. That's good to know. You have a unique background there. Also, if you can tell us how and when did you thought about applying for MBA? When did the seed for this journey was planted?
Yes, so I plan to I've kind of started researching about MBA in the United States around in 2024, but it properly kicked off in 2025. And yeah, that is when I exactly started to, kind of building up my profile.
Okay, nice. And so when you decided to apply for MBA, right? You were what are some of the things that you faced, the challenges or hurdles, and then how did you decide to work with Lilacbuds?
Yeah, so actually the main hurdle for me was the GMAT, and I that is something that I could not take out the time due to a very demanding job, uh, and that is when I kind of started to research about if I could get any help with the GMAT waivers, because I was kind of confident in my profile, and I know that if it was uh, set out in the right way, I could possibly apply for waivers, or else my application would go for round two. And that is when, after talking to a lot of consultants, Lilac Butt stood out, and they actually agreed to help me with the waivers. So that was like the one of the biggest distinguishing factors, and they helped me get waivers for 7 programs in the top 20 schools.
Yeah, that's good to know. You got waivers
Yeah,
at 7 schools. That's big.
yeah. All
So,
thanks to you.
oh, we're happy to help. So, since you decided to work with us, what were some of all the resources and consultants that were available, right? I'm sure you did your research, spoke to a few, looked into a few things, right? What was your primary reason or some of the main reasons that you decided to work with us and not with someone else?
Yeah, so I think while researching, I looked after poets and quants reviews very thoroughly, and that is when Mr. Rajiv stood out. And then just knowing that, basically I was getting everything with the Lilac Buds. That is making sure that I have help with the GMAT waivers, and also a consultant like Rajiv, who has such and great and amazing reviews, and he has really helped students even with a GMAT waiver get good scholarships as well. So I think yes, that was one of the most impactful factor that I considered.
Yes. Before we move any further, could you please tell us, you said you got GMAT waivers at 7 schools, right? So where all you applied and where all you were accepted and what's your final outcome?
Yeah, so in round one, I applied to Dartmouth Tuck School of Business, UVA Darden. Emory and Kelley, and I got an interview from Emory, Darden, and Kelley, and then I finally accepted the offer from Kelley, and all of these were with the GMAT waivers, and also Kelley helped me with a $60,000 scholarship.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So now, as we were talking about your experience working with your mentor, Mr. Rajiv, so from just tell us a little bit about your journey working with Lilacbuds, right? From story finalizing to profile building to goals. How did Lilacbuds and your mentor help you shape up your profile and your essays?
Yeah, I think the first steps that we did was kind of finalize the resume, which gave me a lot of clarity as in how we could uh, kind of position my profile for these four schools. And after that, there was kind of me and Rajiv got on various calls to kind of discuss about how the profile should be, what I wanted to do, and how we could kind of set up the perfect story in which my story would be, clearly visible to them. So I think yes, a lot of calls and the resume building really helped. And during the essays as well, for every school, we got on many discussions regarding every question of the essay almost. And yeah, I think that all really helped, getting all these points from Rajiv and kind of having the story just building on its own.
Yeah, yeah, I can speak from personal experience. Rajiv is a great mentor.
He definitely.
Yeah. And so beside your usual the essay prep editing, the interview prep, what was something intangible, some that intangible support that you received from us Lilac Birds that you think was a standout thing?
Um, oh, that's a difficult question.
Mhm.
But I think how quickly the team responds back. I think that is something that I've heard stories about few of my other friends who, it takes a while for the consultant to get back in terms of responding to queries. So yes, that is one thing. I think I used to receive a response within 24 hours. And even if there have been times when, a day or two before deadline, there used to be some changes in the essays or anything related to the profile. And Rajiv and the team used to just get back to me as soon as possible. So yeah, I think that is something that really mattered at the end, and I'm really happy that they were so fast in responding back.
Good to know that we actually make sure that we try to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Right. And during the process, I'm sure you used our portal quite a bit. Right. So how was your experience using the portal and the documentation process? How did you find that?
Yeah, so I think it was pretty straightforward, easy to use. So I use the portal most while, having all the versions of my essays. So that made it really easy to know, which version is we are currently working on. So it was not just, one document and we are kind of editing it and editing it. So yeah, I think the version control in the essay is something that was really helpful.
Thank you. And if you can share with us, how did you feel when you got your first acceptance letter?
Yeah, I think it was a great feeling. And most importantly, I always had that in the back of my mind that, while applying with the GMAT waiver, everything becomes more competitive being an Indian student. So I think receiving the admit along with a scholarship was something that I did not expect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And what would be some advice that you would give to future applicants, prospective students who are looking for their master's journey, MBA abroad, like based on your journey or experience, any wisdom of nuggets that you learned from the process that you would like to share?
Yeah, I think the advice would be to just not give up, keep trusting your story, and just kind of take all the resources that you have and make sure that you're upskilling your profile and just building up, taking on, more extracurriculars to kind of stand out. So yeah, I think that just makes everything better.
Nice. Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. It was really nice talking to you, and it was really nice of you to take this time out to help others learn about your journey and your experience with us. We wish you all the best in your journey,
Yeah,
and
thank
we
you so
hope
much,
that you do
Yash.
great things there.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you so much for Lilacbuds and Rajiv and the entire team for their constant support.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.